Can you hear me now, right? I think one more Srinivas is there, right? They will give a organization as a Srinivas. Okay, no problem. Hmm. So yesterday, where we are in, do you remember yesterday we discussed about how project will comes to the organization and what are the documents we follow? Can anyone, what documents we follow? What is BRS? What is BRS? BRS means what?
Business requirements document
Yeah, specification.
specification.
Yeah,
Specification.
yes, yes. That is very, very important. Yeah. See, organization and the organization and the client, like between the BA will be there. So sometimes, suppose you are in good in communication and all the things, you can also go for as a BA position, BA. So one of our student got like the position like BA come testing. So you are in good in communication. You are in that case, some organizations, the positions will be like you can act like BA also, business analyst also. Okay, so business analyst is nothing but you need to get the information from the client expectations, what client is expectations and all the things. We need to make a document that is nothing but a BRS. BRS is nothing but what? Business requirement specification. BRS. Okay. SRS. What is called SRS? What is meaning of SRS? SRS means
SOS means software requirement specification.
yes, software requirement specifications. Because after we got a BRS, BRS is what? Business requirement specification is the high level document. It's a general words like what we discussing. They simply write in the BRS that we cannot understand. Okay, we want some terms, technical word. So what they will do? What are the information in the BRS? That information they converted into SRS. SRS is nothing but a software requirement specification. The person who has domain expert and functional expert. So the person who having a knowledge on domain, that person will be converted into what are the SRS document. That SRS document will be converted into SRS. So we can easily understand the SRS document. So SRS is nothing but software requirement specifications. Okay. And one more document will be there. FRS. What is meaning of FRS? FRS means
SOS means a function requirement document.
yeah, specifications. FRS is nothing but
Sorry.
functional requirement specification because that is very, very important. We have a field names will be there, like suppose username or email or text box or a note. Some text box will be there. How much characters I need to enter? So how many letters I need to enter? So each and everything will be given in where in FRS document. See, in the real time we need to always follow the FRS document because how many characters I need to enter in the text box, like minimum 4 and maximum 16. So how you know all these things? So they will be provide a functional requirement document. How we need to test that field. See, this is what we will go with the project. It's a stock insurance management system. There is a field like branch name will be there. Here it is what branch name will be there. So in the branch name, how many letters I need to enter? Who knows that? Even I don't know, but you don't know how we need to know how many letters I need to enter, whether I need to enter the letter or whether I need to enter the characters or I need to enter the special characters. So they will tell you the condition like 4 to 15 alpha numerical values. So in that FRS document, it is clearly mentioned that the branch name should be 4 to 15 alpha numerical values. So if you enter below 4 means then it is invalid. If you enter more than 15 means it is an invalid. So that is what boundary value analysis. Here we can do the simply boundary value analysis. Minimum value minus 1 and maximum value plus 1. So 4 minus 1, 3. Like suppose you are entering A, B, C, it's a invalid. Suppose you are adding more than 16 letters, that is also invalid, and it should be alpha numerical number. So it should be both. It should be accept A, B, C, 1, 2. I can add, like I can give like that. So this is very, very important. This is what functional requirement specification document. Okay. Is it clear? So these documents are very, very important. Yesterday we discussed a lot, right? How the project will comes like PMP. The PMP is also is very, very important. The PMP is nothing but what? Project management plan. Once we got a project, so what we can do, we need to identify the project manager. Project without the project manager, there is no project, because one person should take care of all the things. Please remember, this is very, very important. That's the reason we have a technical interview will be there. Like after that, we have a project manager round will be there. Project manager will also take some interviews. Like he will ask about what is your previous project, how you achieve the your projects, how you done the your work while you working on your project. So they will ask some project related questions. Okay. So project manager will be prepared one document. That document is nothing but a PMP. PMP is nothing but a project management plan. In that plan, if suppose we got a project, how we need to execute that project, how we can manage the project, how we need to control, and how we need to release, and how we need to close that project. Each and everything will be written in where? In the PMP. PMP is nothing but a project management plan. You can also, after 10 years, after 11 years or 12 years, you can also become a project manager. You can also write a certification for a PMP. So if you want to become a project manager, so we can write the PMP certification. Okay, based on your experience, based on your skills, you can become a project manager. So after SRS, we discussed, right, what developer will do initially. So developer is go with the design format, right? Based on the developer, how he start the work based on the design. Yesterday we discussed about SDLC, software development life cycle, the phases like requirement capturing. First of all, once we got a project, what we can do, we need to get the requirements. Requirement capturing. Once the requirement capturing is done, then we will go for analysis part, whether we can do or not. I have a requirement, but I need to check, right, whether I can do or not. Even the developer is also will check the analysis part, whether I can do or not. What are the tasks I'm assigned? He cannot say that I will do this one. He also check the capability, and he also check whether it is feasible or not, whether we can do that code or not. You need to check whether my platform is supported or not. You need to check, right? First of all, we gather the requirement. After, based on the requirement, we go for analysis whether we can do or not. After the analysis part, they will go for what? Design. Again, design are two types: low level design and high level design. Low level design can easily can understand. And what about high level? The high level document, who having a knowledge, who having the knowledge in the particular area, they only can easily understand that high level design. So once the design part is done, then developer is start doing the coding. Once the code is done, now testers, we are involved after the coding. We are not involved before the coding. So please remember, this is also is very, very important. They will ask you what, when you will involve. So after the coding part, we are involved. We are start doing the testing. Like after the coding, we are the tester teams will be involved. After the coding, the testing will be done. Then we will go for implementation. Once the implementation is done, then we will go for a support and maintenance. So that's the reason this question 100% they will ask you in interview. What is SDLC? And tell me what are the phases, like sorry, what are the phases means requirement capturing, analysis, designing, coding, testing, and implementation, and support and maintenance. Okay. Or else you can tell like this also. This is what terminology is, like planning, defining, designing, building, testing, and deployment. Okay. You can use these terminologies, or else you can use these terminologies like planning. First of all, we required what? Planning. Based on the planning, we need to defining that whether we can do or not analysis. Once the based on the defining, we will go for a designing. Okay, once the designing is done, we do go for a building. Building is build is nothing but all code together, like all the developers codes, we will make it as what one build. After building, what we do, we will go for a testing. Once the testing is done, we will go for a deployment. They will ask, we are going for a deployment, right? So deployment means we are releasing the product in the market. So this is also is very, very important. So yesterday we discussed, after the developer, what developer is generally what he will do, he will go with the designs first. Developer is what? First of all, developer part is what? He will go with understanding the requirements, and he will go with the design part, how the screen should be, how the label should be, how the text box should be. He developer is go for a design part, and he will go, suppose nowadays, see, in old in now the developer can make the screens, because all the customization will got nowadays. So don't think that there is a designers and all the things nowadays. Developer can add the screens and all the things. Okay. uh, so now developer will go with creating the screen, login screen and all the things. Once they done with the his design part, and he start writing the coding. Now developer is start writing the coding. So once code is done, code review is happened. This is very, very important. Code review is very, very important. Code review means what? Your senior person review your code review is very, very important, because the some organization, it's a mandatory means compulsory. Whatever your code you are writing, that code will be reviewed by someone else, like senior person will review the your code, and might be they will be provide coding comments, like review comments. Okay, based on the review comments, again you need to check your code is whether it is whether you write correctly or not. Okay. DB review also will be there. If you are changing any fields in the DB review is also will be there. Okay, the or we can call it as a peer review. Peer review means one of your colleague will review your code. Once the code review is done, then the developer is start writing, you doing the unit level testing. What is called unit level testing? Anybody? What is called unit level testing?
Unit level testing is a white box testing. It's done
Yes.
by a developer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely good. So after code is done, code review is done, the developer what he need to do? He need to do what? Unit level testing, because he need to check whether his code is working properly or not before he is sending the code to the testing side. So once it done the unit level testing, then you will go for a integration level testing. So we will discuss what is integration testing and all the things. Here the developer part is done. Okay, here the developer part is done. Developer is simply go for the design. Based on the design, he start writing the coding. Once the code is done, code review is happen. Once the code review is done, he will do the unit level testing, and after that he will do the integration level testing. Here completely developer job is done. What about QA? We discussed, right? Test plan, that is very, very, very important. So the test, generally the test plan consists what we need to do, what we need not, and what kind of testing we need to do. Each and everything will be written in where? In the test plan. The test plan is prepared by test lead. So always remember, the test plan is prepared by who will prepare the test plan? The test plan is prepared by test lead. The test lead will be prepare your test plan. Okay. Suppose they assign any task on your name. First of all, what you need to do, you need to identify the scenarios. What is scenarios? Scenarios is nothing but what I need to verify. Suppose there is a remote will be there, like TV remote or AC remote or whatever it may be. First, suppose if if they are given that task on your name, first of all you need to identify the scenarios. What are the scenarios of remote? Okay, can anyone tell me what are the scenarios of the remote? Suppose if I given to test the remote, so what you will test in that remote?
We will check the color of
Color, yes,
remote.
yes,
Yeah,
color,
then yeah, the numeric number and the functions, we will make sure the numeric number perform as a numerically same
Hmm.
channel and
Yes. Yes.
yeah, and I mean each button function
Yes.
will perform better.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's good. So that is very, very important. See, testing will comes here only. Who are identify the more scenarios, batteries, whether it is supporting the battery, again the battery positive, negative, negative, positive, and how many batteries is required, two or one, or it's a three, or it's a rechargeable batteries, or it's a normal batteries, or sensor will be on or not, on and off button, mute button, increasing volume, decreasing the volume. So home button, and see there are many things will be there. So first of all you need to identify the scenarios. So interview also they will give you a task. Can you tell me the scenarios of chair? What is the scenarios of the chair? So you need to tell that color, brand, thickness. You need to tell all the scenarios. Okay, can you tell me the scenarios of your watch? And again, analog or a digital, or it's a die, shape, color, brand. Okay, again the left belt and right belt, both will be the same, or both will be a different, or both will be having a clip. So you need to identify the scenarios first. Based on the scenarios, you need to write what? Test cases. Again, the test cases is what? Conditions. So your color, your watch color should be some color like pink, like the actual result, and equal to the expected result. Make sure that your actual result is equal to the expected result. So we are writing the scenarios first. Based on the scenarios, we are writing the test cases. Okay, don't worry, we will having a long class on all these areas. Today I'm just telling how the tester will do his part. Okay, so test scenarios, based on the test scenarios, then they will go for a test cases. Once the test cases is done, see, now developer code will comes to us. So developer will give us the build. Okay, after we getting the build, what we will do, we will do the system testing. The system testing is nothing but end to end testing. Entire the application we need to test. Once the entire the application will test, we will go for a user acceptance testing. Once the user acceptance testing is done, then we will go for a production and implementation. Once the production and implementation is done, then we will go for a support and maintenance. See, our part is done. Our part is what? Whenever the build will come, we will go for a system testing. And once we done with the system testing, then you will go for a user acceptance testing. Again, the user acceptance testing are two types: alpha testing and beta testing. And once we done with the alpha testing and beta testing, then we will go for a production implementation and support and maintenance. Okay, so this is very, very important. What are the requirement documents? BRS, SRS, and FRS, and what developer will do and what tester will do. General idea of the testing.
So can you
And
give me some idea on test plan? Because
yeah,
we
test.
understand, and I understand very good on test scenarios. The
Yeah.
test plan, what is the difference between test plan and
Yes,
test?
we have a long class on that after the coming sessions. Okay, anyhow, we will just, I will tell you how the test plan will be there. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, the test manager or a test lead will be prepare the test plan. In the test plan, what will be there? What are the test plan objectives? What we need to do? What is the scope of the document? Like suppose we need to go for a testing. So the test lead will take care of all the things like what type of strategy, testing strategy, what testing strategy we need to use, like what smoke testing, sanity testing, or a system testing, database testing, cross browser testing. What are the environments? Say we have a different environments will be there, like QA environment will be there, dev environment will be there, production environment will be there, like different servers will be there. See, we always use like QA environment. The developer is always use the production environment, sorry, dev environment. So live data is always will be in the production environment. What is the testing schedules? We have some time schedules will be there. So what in that, suppose tomorrow, the this week might be the next week will be the release. So we need have some test schedules will be there. So reviews will be there. Suppose what I'm testing as a junior, the senior will be review my test, what I test. And if I have the, after the senior also is not identify the things, then lead will take care of that one. Lead is also help out on that. So suppose I'm not getting, my senior is also not getting exactly what developer is doing. So what we can do, we can before going to the developer, I will approach my lead. Okay, and lead is also will be review that one, bug review meeting, change request, functional functions to be tested, functions not to be tested, resources and responsibility, what are the resources is required, what are the responsibilities. Lead will tell you, see, we are three numbers, we cannot fight with the one task assigned to me, assigned to me, assigned to me. The lead will decide to whom I need to assign the task and what are the responsibilities, and whether the quality delivery, whether we are doing the testing correctly or not, deliverables, and defect management, dependencies, person dependencies. Suppose you required some software while you are testing, suppose some software is required, okay, some plugins is required, so you cannot install directly, we need to get an approval from your lead. Software dependencies, hardware dependencies, the test data, see, this is very very important. Test data, suppose I need to upload a 10K file, 5K file, so how I need to get that data? Mostly I don't have that data, means I can approach with my lead. What are the risk tools, documentations, approvals, test suspension, assumptions and completion. So each and everything will be written in where? In the test plan. So a test plan is differs again to the organizations to organization, again based on your application, based on your project, the test plan will be a completely different. Okay, but test plan is nothing but what we need to do for the testing team, what they need to do, each and everything they will given in the test plan. The test plan is prepared by whom? The test lead. Is it clear?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, thank you. So we never see the test plan, means means who are having a junior experience or 2 to 3 years experience, because we never see the test plan. That is what testing strategy is always be. The test plan will take care by the test lead. So lead is always assigning the works. Suppose you don't have any work, so you cannot sit idle, right? You cannot tell in the call also, today I'm sitting in idle. So lead will tell you, go, can you please go and understanding that functionality. So once the build will come, again action plan is also is very very important. Action plan, see, who the release time, whenever the release we got, right, so before the release we have a lot of work. So regression testing, retesting, these all are very very important while you are testing. So in that case, action plan is very very important. So if your lead is good, your leader is good, your team will be smoothly we can do, and we can enjoy like anything. Your lead was not taking a good decisions, not proper decision, again it's a little bit difficult to us. So always it's a good lead is always coordinating. Always he need to coordinating the team members, what we need to do and what we not. Okay, so lead will be take care of all the things.
No, I wanted to ask one question
So yeah,
because
please go ahead. Please.
this is the like basically testing tester means is a, like entry level job. During the training, what other level we can interpret in what other language we can speak, either Telugu or Hindi, because some people are because of language issue communication not able to
Mhm.
communicate in English. Can we speak other language also in between?
You can. That is what common question, right? You can see. You are my friend. I am your friend. You can
Uh,
speak in. Suppose you are in familiar with Hindi. You are
uh-huh.
speaking in Hindi for me. I'm fine with that one. Okay,
Yeah.
because in I see North Indian persons will be there in my team. They
Mhm.
speak maximum Hindi, and we can speak. But when you're talking in the call,
Mhm.
in the US call, US
Mhm.
call we cannot speak in Hindi, right? Because they they can easily understand, but the common language they speak as in English, like we can speak in English only. But your lead, we in lead we can speak any language, not a problem.
No,
See,
no, no,
one
only
thing.
for the training, only for the training class.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like if
in
I
the
want, if I want to express in my doubts in Telugu, so
yeah,
is that
no problem.
okay?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. No problem.
Yeah.
No
Because
problem. You
that communication gap puts like sometimes big issues.
okay? Okay. Yes, sir, I can understand. You can
Mm.
ask in Telugu also, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can answer it. Okay, that's great. Yeah, you can
Mm.
ask in Telugu also, not a problem. You're
Mm.
asking about this training, this training.
Only this pattern, yeah. The training.
Yeah, you can ask in Telugu also. No, no.
Mm.
Yeah, you can clarify your doubts.
Yeah.
That is very very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, is it clear right now? So far, you are clear, right? You have any
Yeah.
other question?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. Thank you. So now testing techniques, like what are the testing techniques? Generally, we have two techniques. One is static technique, another is what dynamic technique. Like so, see, no one will tell you in real time do static technique, do dynamic technique, but generally they will tell you we need to aware of all the things. What is static and what is dynamic? Okay. So static is what? Simply we know, right? Static means in the testing terminology, we can say that static means the application checking is carried out without executing. The application is called static. I'm not executing anything. Okay, that will comes on where static. Can you give me any example on the static technique? Yes, code review. Code review means what? You are writing the code and that code will be reviewed by senior person. He or she is not reviewing the he is not executing the code. He is just reviewing the code whether you are following the standard coding standards or not. Every organization they have the coding standards we need to follow, understanding, right? So we cannot say that I can write my own code, so you there will not accepted that one. They need to follow the coding standards. Okay. Once you done with your code, so senior person will review your code, and if you have any code reviews will be there, they will be passed that coding reviews. Okay. But code comments, sorry. But here I'm not executing anything, just I'm viewing your code. So that's the reason we can call it as it's a static technique. Inspection, what is meaning of inspection? The inspection is nothing but checking. So we have a lot of documents will be there, design document will be there, requirement document will be there, some other documents will be there. So whether you are following the respective document or not, whether you are taking the correct document or not, who will inspect? That is what your lead or someone will need to inspect whether you are going in the correct way or not. Because the end of the day you came and you said that I follow the different document, but that document we cannot follow. But you said that I follow the different document. So whole day is wasted, right? So the inspection will be happen. Like your lead will ask you what document you are following, which document you are referring. They will ask you like this, which document you are referring. So I'm referring this kind of the document. So that is also important. So here also I'm not executing anything. Means we can consider it's a static. And walkthrough, see, this is very very important. Walkthrough meetings, it's a kind of meetings. We have a lot of meetings will be there. So suppose some developer is implemented a new functionality. That functionality we need to know for all the team members, right? So he cannot explain one to one, so he need to explain entire the team. So he can conduct walkthrough session. Hey, today we have a walkthrough session at 7 a.m. Or 7 p.m. or whatever it may be. They will send you a calendar link to each and every employee, so they should accept that calendar link. So 7 o'clock they will have a we have a meeting. Like meetings we can call it as what, walkthrough. Here also we are not executing, it's a kind of meeting. So that's the reason we can call it as a static technique. So there are two techniques, static and dynamic. Static means you simply remember without executing the things, that we can call it as what, static. Like code review, design review, test cases review, document reviews, all will comes in where, in the static. Inspection means whether we are following the respective documents or not. Walkthrough means what, it's a kind of meetings. The meetings is very, very important. Okay. When you're talking about dynamic means what?
అంటే
With
వాక్ త్రూ అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ వాక్ త్రూ అంటే డెమో కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చా లేదంటే
yes,
ఫంక్షనాలిటీని
yes,
ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తే
yes. You can take the demo also. Yeah, demo also we can take, because sometimes we cannot communicate as an individual, right? So suppose we are the testers, in between the testers only we got a doubt. So what the test lead will say, hey, can we have a call today? Today we can go with the call. So everyone will be involved in the call, so that call we can call it as a walkthrough session. Yeah, you can take a demo also, not a problem. Understanding, right? But they will put a the meeting subject is as a demo. Today we have a demo on that particular things, because that is very, very important.
సో అది
Yeah,
డెమో డెవలపర్ ఎప్పుడు ప్లాన్ చేస్తుంటాడు ఎటువంటి సిచ్యువేషన్ లో
after a completion, say there is a critical, there is a implementation of new functionality. So we know that document, but we do after the completion of implementation only we know what exactly its functionality and all the things. So once the developer is done each and everything, that will comes to the testing. Now I have a lot of questions will be there, because it's a very new functionality. I'm not aware of that one. I'm not aware of that functionality. So I put a request to the developer, can you give me a demo on that for entire the testing team? Then developer is say that, "Yeah, I'm ready to give the demo on this one. So tomorrow we can go with the demo." Yes, I'm ready to give the demo to the entire the team. In the team, developer team is also will be there, QA team is also will be there, business analyst will be there, scrum master will be there, product owner will be there, because it's a new implementation. We need to check how it will be works, and how first time they will give you demo to each and everything, then we can easily work on that item. So that is what testing is very, I cannot say easy, but we can enjoy like anything, because they will tell you each and everything how we need to test that item. You need to put a concentrate how we need to test that item. You need to put your check the whether you are following the respective documents or not. That is only we need to do. Whether we need to check whether the logic is working correctly or not, whether the functionality is working correctly or not, in different scenarios, native scenario, positive scenarios, cross browsing. I tell you, right, whether it is working with all the browsers or not. People are, see, some people are very smart. If I assign any task, right, they will say that it is working as expected. They only check in the Chrome browser, they won't check in other browsers. But client will not use only one browser, right? Might be a different clients will be there. Some clients use Chrome browser, some clients will use IE browser. If some client using IE browser, in IE browser it is failing, then we are lose, right? We are losing that client, right? So we need to test in all the browsers, whether it is supporting in IE, Firefox, and Chrome.
అంటే నేను టెస్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత అది పాస్ ఆఫ్ ఫెయిల్ అని నేను హౌ డు ఎట్లా కమ్యూనికేట్ చేయాలి
You need to
డెవలపర్
check. You are asking about developer or testing? Developer
టెస్టింగ్
or
టెస్టింగ్
yeah,
టెస్టింగ్
that is
టెస్ట్
what
చేశాను నేను
then after that, after your testing is done, what you will do, you will write the test cases. You need to write what? Test cases. After writing the test cases, you need to execute the test cases. How you will execute the test cases? Actual result is equal to the expected result. If both are the same, then your test case is passed. Then you can see, suppose you are writing the test case, open the Chrome browser. Okay, now what you are opening? Now you are opening what? Chrome browser. What browser you are got? Chrome browser is you are getting, right? So actual result is what? Open the Chrome browser. Expected result is what? You are able to see the Chrome browser. Actual result is equal to what? Expected result. Your test case is passed. Like that, you need to check all the conditions. Actual result, expected result. Actual result, expected result. Yeah, go ahead.
బ్రౌజర్ ఓపెన్ చేయి ఇదెల్లా దీస్ అంటే టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ రాసేది టెస్ట్ లీడ్ రాస్తాడా లేకపోతే
No,
టెస్ట్
you need to write. No, you need to write the test cases. Testers need to write the test cases.
అంటే టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ రాయాలంటే మళ్ళీ బిజినెస్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ చదువుకోవాలా మళ్ళీ
Requirement document. You need to refer the requirement document. Do you understand, right? Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
yeah. See,
Correct.
yeah, one second, I will tell you. Now, see, one task will be there. task or item. Okay, in the real time we can call it as a task or a item. So you are a tester, I'm a developer. You're a QA guy. So what you need to do first, you cannot test anything. That item is number is what item, every item there has a unique number 8089. Verify the login page. I'm sorry, my keyboard is not good. Okay, verify the login page, whatever it may be. Let us assume, okay, verify the login page. So what he will do, first of all, developer is go to this requirement and he design username, okay, and he design password, okay, and he design login, whatever it may be, or submit. Okay, he design. Now the developer is design all these things. Then developer is what? He write a logic for this one, and developer part is done. Because developer is created username, he created the password and the login button. Now as a tester, I need to test these things. Okay. Now as a tester, what I need to do? I need to username will be there, right? Username. Here I need to test with the inputs. I need to give the username input, right? So I can give the positive testing here. I can do the negative testing, and each and everything is done. Suppose you are saying that it is working. Okay, suppose in the requirement document they said that login with the admin and password is also with the admin. Suppose give the admin as a username and password as a admin. Now you are giving what admin, and password is also you are giving admin. Then they will tell you what page after login, what page it will come. They will tell you after, if you click the login, after you need to check, you need to get admin home page. So if you are getting after login with the admin, means you are getting admin home page, means actual result and expected result are both are the same, means your test case is passed, means this code is working as expected. Suppose you are logging with the admin, but you are not getting admin home page, you are getting what server not found, or 404 error, or 505 error. So what are some different errors you are getting? So actual result is not equal to the expected results. So you are not getting the correct page, you are getting the some different errors. So what is that? Your test case is failed. Like that, what are the tasks is assigned on your name? You need to write the test cases, you need to execute the test cases, you need to compare the test results like actual result and expected result. And here clearly says that verify the login page. Here the description will be given. So what you need to do after login with admin, and admin, you need to see the admin home page. So here it is clearly mentioned in that item, login with the admin, we need to see the admin home page. Here clearly mentioned in that item description. So no need to ask to anybody. As a tester, you need to log in with the admin, using of admin. Now you will need to able, after login, what you need to see here, admin home page, but you are not able to get the admin home page. You are getting to some different error. So what you need to say that it is not working as expected. So you can reject this item. Again, you are sending to the developer. Again, developer, what they will do, they will fix this item. Again, they will send a new build. Again, you need to test. Our part is what, only testing. Again, you will get a new build. The same thing you will test, admin. Now you are able to see what, admin home page. Now it is work. Actual result is work, is equal to the expected result. So your test case is what, pass. Is it clear?
Correct.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Clear,
correct,
right?
correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
we will see. Don't worry. We are initial stage. We have real time examples. We have a real project. See, when you're getting the project right, we will do this kind of projects. Don't worry. Okay, that's good to ask the questions. But see, this is what, now you're now suppose you are not giving anything, username and password. Now you're trying to click the login button. It is asking what, validation. Hey, please enter the user ID. You need to test this one. Understanding, right? Now you are giving admin. Now you are giving admin. Now you are clicking the login button. It should not ask, please enter the username. If it is asking, it's a bug. It is not asked. It is asking what? Please enter the password. See, now it is asking the password. Now I can check the password. Now I'm entering the password, admin. Now I'm clicking login button again. If I click login button, see the respective page is getting. See, it is asking what? You're incorrect the user ID or password. See, because I given the wrong password. So it is what? It is working as expected. Now I will give the correct password. Now I will give the correct password. Now I'm clicking login button. See, positive testing, negative testing. Now see, it is see. Now I got what dashboard page will come. Like that, they will tell you what we need to test, what pages it will come, each and everything they will tell you. Our part is what we need to check whether it is working according to the client requirements or not. That is what client requirement. Log in with admin and give the password. Click on the login button. What page it will come? That they will already tell that dashboard page should become. So after login, you are able to see the dashboard page or not. If it is not getting the dashboard page, you are getting some different page means then it is a bug. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So this is what all the static techniques like code review, inspections, and walkthrough. What about dynamic testing? See, dynamic means what? The application is checking it done by executing. So whatever we are doing, executing part, that all will can call it as what? Dynamic testing. So dynamic technique. So we can say the dynamic technique. So what are the dynamic techniques? Can you give me any examples? Yes, white box testing. White box testing, we know, right? Developer will do that one. So why we can call it as what? White box testing, unit testing, component testing, glass box testing, open box testing, clear box testing, all are belongings to what? White box testing. White box testing is done by the developer. We are checking whether the logic is working properly or not. How you will check? You are giving, see how I check the application now, just giving valid user ID, invalid password, valid user ID, valid password. So like that, we need to give. That is what validation. I'm checking with the dynamic testing. That is what completely a dynamic technique. So I'm executing the things. So that will comes on where dynamic testing we can consider as a white box and black box. You know, black box, you know, right? The testers will do that one. What about gray box? Interview question, freshers who are going for the fresher level, they will ask you what is gray box testing. The gray box testing is nothing but the combination of both white and black is nothing but uh, gray box testing. Sometimes I required a developer also while doing the testing. See, now I'm entering the user ID and password, right? Suppose I'm entering some username and password. Whether it is validating from the backend or not, how I know that one? In that case, I can take the help from the developer. Suppose I'm entering the some fields. I'm entering the some fields. Okay, I'm entering the some fields. Like all the fields I enter, I click the submit button. I'm getting the message your record is added successfully. But whether it is really added or not, only I'm getting a message or not. I need to cross check. Sometimes I need to check the developer. Hey, can you check whether this field's added in the table or not? So because I cannot access the DB access, I do not have the access from the DB. But developer having access for each and everything, right? He have rights to access the DB, he can access the code and all the things. So developer will check that, hey Srini, it is getting your whatever you added the data, I'm able to see the data. Thanks for your confirmation. I'm continue my testing. So sometimes we need to require developer help also. So whenever you are taking a developer help, means developer and testers both we are involved. That kind of testing we can say that gray box testing. Gray box testing is nothing but the combination of what? Black box and white box. Okay, is it clear? So that is very, very important. Okay, the testing techniques are two types, static and dynamic. Static means without execution, dynamic means with execution. You can give the examples of static is what? Code review, inspections, walkthrough. Walkthrough is kind of meetings, all will comes on where? In static technique. When you're talking about dynamic testing, the dynamic testing is nothing but with execution, white box testing, black box testing, and gray box testing. The gray box testing is nothing but the combination of both white box testing and black box testing. Now, very important. So far, we are learning what is testing, what is testing types, what is SDLC, and what are the requirement documents. See, only 4 days class, how much we learn. What is testing? Testing is nothing but whether the application is working according to the client requirements or not. For what purpose we are doing the testing? We are doing the testing for the quality, for quality and bugless, bug-free product. Okay, before we are released, we need to check whether the product is what bug-free product or not. After that, what we learn testing types. There are two types: structural testing and functional testing. Structural testing we can call it as a white box testing, and functional testing we can call it as a black box testing. After that, what we learn? We learn what is SDLC, software development life cycle, and what are the phases: requirement capturing, analysis, designing, coding, testing, and implementation, and support and maintenance. We learn that one. After that, what we learn?
But is
What are
there a
the
way we can, like, do some coloring here, like, some
hello?
dark color a little bit?
Yeah. After that, we learn the requirement documents like BRS and SRS and FRS and SRS. We learn that part.
Okay.
Okay. After that, what we learn?
Okay, yeah, that's what
Testing
I think,
testing techniques.
which
Okay.
is
After that, we learn the testing techniques, static and dynamic. Okay. After that, we are learning testing fundamentals. See, this testing fundamentals is very important. What are the testing fundamentals? Unit testing, integration testing, system testing means what? System testing means what? We need to test the entire the application, or E to E testing, or a product testing. And acceptance testing. What is called acceptance testing? Beta testing and alpha testing. We need to check what is the beta testing and what is the alpha testing. And all your interview questions will come functional testing and non-functional testing. We are the functional testers. We always check the functionality. So there are functional testing is odd. There are few things will be there. The all interview questions: what is the smoke testing, what is the sanity testing? See, all these are the interview question. What is smoke testing, what is sanity testing, what is exploratory testing, what is ad hoc testing, what is retesting, and what is regression testing? All your interview questions, like we need to know for all the things. Okay, let's see what is unit level testing. Testing of a single program or a module or a unit of the code. See, that will call it as what? Unit testing. So unit testing is generally done by the developers. Okay, but you need to understand what is the unit testing means. Suppose you are taking an Amazon site, unit testing means this. See, this entire the application is not done by one person, right? There are lot of developers will be there, lot of testers will be there. So all they are involved to implemented this application. Now one developer is designed this one is mobiles. Okay, now once he done, if I'm doing this only this part of the testing, this only this module, like this is what one module, right? Whatever the developer is written the code, before he is sending to the QA, you need to test whether the code is working properly or not. That will comes on unit testing. Unit testing is nothing but the lines of a code. What is that? A testing of a single program or a module or a unit of the code. That we can call it as what? Unit level testing. Okay. So the software unit is ready for the testing with other system component. See, this unit is ready for the other component to be tested. Yeah, so this once my unit testing is done, I will push my code to the branch, and we will get the build. Okay, like that we can call it as what? Unit testing. What is the integration testing? This is very important. What is meaning of integration? Anybody? Integration means what? The combining the combining the two or three modules. Okay, the combining the two or three modules, that we can call it as what? Integration testing. The combining the two or three modules, that is very important. Integration testing means what? Okay, don't worry, we will have a long class, we will discuss when the topic will come. Now let us assume like you are one developer, I'm another developer. Now in you implemented one code and I'm also implemented one code. Okay, now there is a one QA guy is there. He need to test this two code. How you will test this two codes? Because it is written by one developer, it is written by some other developer. So what they will do, they generally they will check in the code in the server. Okay, how they will check in the this is the, let us assume this is the server. Now they will the developer one push the code to the server. Okay, okay. Developer one the push the code to the server. Okay, and developer 2 is also push the code to the server. Okay, here they make it the two developer code as a one build. So in this build the developer 1 code will be there, developer 2 code will be there. Now I will convert it into build. Now I'm providing this URL to whom? My tester. Okay, I'm providing this code to the tester. Now URL build is nothing but you will get URL. Now this tester will check developer 1 code and developer 2 code. Now developer 1 is created home page and developer is created to other some other different page. Okay, developer is 1 is created home page and second guy is what about us, like whatever it may be. Okay, about us. So these two codes, like these two pages, now the tester can easily test these two codes like home page and about us page. Now what is the integration testing means? While you're combining the two modules, say I'm combining the two modules home and about us. Now as a tester I need to check whether these two modules are communicating properly or not. What you need to, as a tester, suppose in Amazon site, now let us assume you are developer the best sellers, I'm developer the mobiles. Now the two modules are checking, I got the URL. Now I need to check whether these two modules are communicating properly or not. Communicating means what? See, I'm currently in which page? I'm in mobile. See, observe this one. I'm currently in which page? I'm in the mobile page. Now I'm clicking the best sellers. Okay, what page it is getting? The best sellers is getting. Now in the best sellers I'm able to click what? Mobiles. Means I'm able to communicating the two modules properly. The same, see, I'm in the mobile space and I'm able to communicate. This is done by the different developer, not me. So different developer code will be checking. So we are integrated the two things. Now I can able to access the two modules like best sellers and mobiles. That is what integration. Integration testing is nothing but the integration testing is a process of combining the modules and the testing the data flow between the modules. No one will tell you guys in your while you're testing, please test the integration testing. No one will tell you. You need to realize yesterday one developer is pushed this code and today one more developer is pushed the code. So you will get a latest bill. You are able to see the best sellers and you are able to see the mobiles. As a tester, you need to always check whether you are able to communicating the two modules or not properly, because I'm able to access the mobiles, but when I'm clicking the bestsellers, the page is not opening. Means there is something wrong. There is an integration problem. Might be. I'm not telling it's an integration problem. Might be it's an integration problem, or might it will get a different problem. So always make sure that the integration part is working correctly or not. The data flow between the two modules. Some other day, some other developer push this code. Now I got a three modules. I need to check whether these three modules communicating properly or not. You need to check. That will comes in what part? Integration part. Don't worry, the developer will check from the back end. They will write the integration test. How the application, see, they won't developer is also taking care of his application and his code and all the thing. He don't think that only developer is enjoying. He is having a lot of pressure. He is also having to check whether my code is correctly working or not, because you are continuously giving a lot of issues. Means the developer is also get fear. Why he is getting a lot of issues? I need to work correct on this module. So every job has their own importance and every job has their own respect will be there. So you are continuously giving the issues means the developer is also will be get scared, because you need to fix all the issues, right? The tester is also need to check all the issues, whether it is getting whether it is communicating properly or not, whether it is getting correct results or not. That is what tester responsibility. Developer is what is always need to check his logic and it's working as expected or not. He need to check as per the requirements. So integration part is what, whenever the developers are assigning, pushing the code, like adding the 2 or 3 modules, we need to, as a tester, we need to check whether they are integrating properly or not. We need to check the data flow between the 2 modules are working correctly or not. We need to check integration testing. See here, it is clearly says that integration testing verifies that combined unit function. See, this is what one unit function, this is what one unit function. The integration testing verifies that the combined unit functions, this is one unit function, this is one unit function. Now I'm combining the both together properly or not. I need to check. Integration testing verifies the combined unit functions together properly or not. You need to check. Understanding, right? So this is very, very interesting. Whenever you get a new application, they won't implement it all this application at a time. So first they will add mobiles. The next build they will add this bestsellers. As a tester, you need to get an idea. Hey, I need to check these 2 things because the new developer is added this one. Whether I'm able to access this or not. Yes, I'm able to access. Hey, I need to check whether I'm able to access the mobile also. Yes, I'm able to access. So there is no integration issues on the area. Sometimes overlapping, this text is overlapping here, this text is overlapping here. So overlapping means what, the text is means there is a lot of integration issues will be there. So that's where you need to test what, integration testing. But remember, no one will tell you do the integration testing and all the thing. As a tester, you need to have an idea what is integration testing. Is it clear? This is also called as assembly testing. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, unit testing, integration testing. But we need to know system testing. We'll see on Monday. If you know the system testing, you are ready to test the application. On Monday onwards, you can ready to test any application, because in the system testing we cover many things, like what I need to test. Suppose if someone came, I got one application for a freelancing, they say that test this application. So what I need to test in this application, I need to test, and I cannot do a unit testing here. I cannot do a integration testing because I need to test entire the application. System testing. System testing is nothing but end-to-end testing, or we can call it as a product testing, or we can call it as E to E, end-to-end testing. So in end-to-end testing, what we need to test, compatibility we need to check, and usability we need to check, and performance you need to check, and security we need to check. Then only we can complete the system testing. People generally in interview, they say that what is system testing means, they simply say that end-to-end. What you will test end-to-end? Tell me what you will test end to end. So you need to check all these thing areas. The people are simply go for the dictionary words and go for a Google definitions. In interview, what is system testing mean, they will say that product testing or end to end testing. Okay, I agree. What you will test end to end testing? Tell me what you will do. So you need to have an idea what I need to do in the system testing. You need to check the compatibility, you need to check the usability, and you need to check the performance, and you need to check the security. There are a lot of examples, a lot of things we will discuss in this area. If you are in good in this area, then Monday, Tuesday onwards, you can test any application, any application. Next, further classes, what we learn, what is functional testing, what is sanity testing, what is ad hoc testing. After that, we will learn agile methodology. Agile is very, very important. How task will come, and what is, how I can give the estimation. It is important for the developer team also. How I can give the estimation when we will go for a release. So we will learn all the things when the agile methodology will come. So systematically we will go. Okay, this is very, very important. Once agile methodology is done, then we will go for a Jira. How we need to add the bugs, and we will discuss each and everything in where, in Jira. Once it is done, we will go with the live example, live project. Once it is live project is done, then we will go for see, this is what completely agile, how I need to attend the stand-up call, what are the meetings will be there, what is retrospective meeting, what is stand-up call meeting, what is the daily scrum meeting, what is the sprint review, sprint planning meeting. So we will discuss in each and everything when the agile will comes. Okay. So we will discuss more and more when the topic will comes. Okay. So Monday, there is no class on tomorrow. Again the Monday we will go with, again there is a little bit pending on the integration testing. So once the integration testing is done, then we will go for a system testing. System testing is very, very important. Any questions so far? We'll see on Monday on the system testing.
All right.
Yeah. You have any questions?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys, we'll see on Monday. And you will collect the videos and you can collect the notes from the front office. You can call them, you can ask them. So they will share you the slides, each and everything they will provide you. You want for day-wise video means they will send you day-wise videos and they will send you this documents also.
So you were showing in the beginning, there is like an application called insurance management system.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is also.
yeah. That will, I think they will not provide now while we complete the class, right? Like in between there, when we are in the project, right? They will send you that one.
So
Okay.
that is well during the project time.
Yes, that is, we will go with the project time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, guys, we'll say on Happy weekend. Chalo.